to another day here in Bronie's world, and it's Super Saturday, the 13th. Oh, wow. It's the 13th of April already, 2024.
Amazing.
Wow, where's that? Time is slipping away. Well, I have my gorgeous friend. I just love this girl. She loves me for me. No pretenses here. And we just are very chatty. He was talking about that before. We're very chatty. But anyway, my superhero today is my beautiful friend, Dr. Lisa Singletary. Singletary. I can say it perfectly fine when I'm not doing it live. But I just call her Dr. Lisa because she just loves that. And you can see on her little thing on the side, it says Dr. Lisa. Anyway, so Dr. Lisa has been working on some points about working at computers from a nutritional point of view. And with the world so into computers and everyone seems to be on computers, even our phones, which is a computer. Our phones are just mini computers. I thought this was a really good topic for her to talk on. She's going to give you just a teaser of a tidbit for her up and coming blog and YouTube series. So, with no further ado, Dr. Lisa, I'm handing it over to you.
Bronwyn, thank you so much. I love all of our collaborations. And I just feel so welcome in your world and at your desk. And so today, this topic, I've been thinking about this topic. I've been working on this blog for a couple weeks because I saw an article, actually it was in the Military Times, I think, about the health for computer workers. But even I'll say a year ago, I thought about health for gamers.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I know some gamers and they're desk jockeys, they're computer, they can have long sessions. And so I looked up health for gamers, like I said, a year or more ago, but I never actually published the article. But
Bronie's
now
going to get you to do that.
now that I'm learning about AI and all the things it could do, and I'm doing these trainings to learn even more, and I'm doing a 3-day training now. This was day 2, and the training is like 6 hours, and for 3 days, 6 hours a day for 3 days, and not very long breaks. We did have some breaks, but I mean, it's wonderful, this training. They were 18-minute talks. So there are like 15 speakers a day, and they have 18 minutes, and then a couple of little bio breaks. But it's amazing, the evolution of AI and all the things that it can do to change lives. And I love learning things that could change people's lives and teaching it to them.
Especially if
And
it's for the better.
hmm?
You want it to change people's lives for the better.
For the better,
Because there
yes.
is negative change as well.
Well, I try not to think about those, but yes,
Now, you
that
and I don't, but I just sort of thought I'd add that because sadly, the last few years, there's been changes that have not been for the better.
absolutely.
And so we need to bring people back into focus. There's good change and there's bad change and there's ugly change.
You're
So the
right.
good, the bad, and ugly. We are focusing on the good today.
Well, not only that, but um, we can't control a lot of the changes. We can control a lot of it because a lot of it has to do with what we put into our mouths and, our lifestyle choices and things like that. But a lot of things happened that we can't control,
That's exactly right.
but we can control how we react to them.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, that makes all the difference.
Mhm.
Uh, I'll say most of the time. Sometimes maybe not. But this whole thing of I was thinking a little metacognition, like, am I doing the healthy habits that I've been learning about and blogging about? So I just want to share some of the points. And I actually have 20 tips for computer workers, uh, and mostly nutrition. I would say about half and half for nutrition and hydration. And the other half are like ergonomics and getting the body to move, even if it's isometric, things like that. So I'm going to share some tips, and I want to know if you do these things, Ronnie, and what you think about
Okay,
uh,
sounds good.
these tips. Okay. So, uh, let's see. So, for computer workers, maintaining health and wellness requires a comprehensive approach, right? That
Mhm.
includes hydration, nutrition, and physical activity. So, here's tip number one: hydration.
My
Aim
favorite subject.
to drink 8 to 10 glasses of water per day. Um, Stay hydrated and maintain energy levels. Isn't it amazing how you feel when you're not hydrated? It's like, you know,
Yeah,
it's a
you're
totally different,
lethargic. That's why you just feel worn out, even though you've done nothing.
yeah.
And lack
So
of concentration.
all of the above, yeah, all of that. And for people on a weight loss journey, I can't tell how many times, I thought I was craving some kind of food, and I'm like, it, and I know, well, I can't be really craving because I've had my nutrition, so I'm not hungry. I'm thirsty.
Yeah,
And what I was craving was water, So
because our body's mostly made up of water.
yes, indeed. Even in the even in the lower hydration states, we are mostly water. So,
Mm.
and nothing happens in the body without, water. Everything works in an aqueous solution. I mean, we do have fats, but the body has ways of dealing with the fats, making like in our cells, a lipid bilayer, because, the hydrophobic, uh, this is why this is why we go so long, because you get me so excited, but hydrophobic and hydrophilic parts of phospholipids. And so the hydrophilic parts point to the liquid parts of the cell and the extracellular fluid, and the hydrophobic parts are trapped inside, and things have to go across that layer. And oh, it's amazing. The body's amazing. Okay, so
It is.
but
How God put it together, I'll never know. But anyway, so,
but
but yes, but
what do you do when you just don't feel like drinking water, but you need to be hydrated?
well, you know what I do, don't you, Dr. Lisa?
Show
I
us,
have my 5 little friends here that I add to my water. My 5 little friends, and they all have a different purpose. One helps you with your brain fog, so it helps your brain to stay focused, gives it a boost. Oh, amazing. One helps with energy. And like you said before, what is one of the things you notice when you're sitting too long at a computer working, whether you're gaming or working, is your energy just drains from you. So we got one for energy, and we have one to help curb those appetite. When you think you're hungry and it's actually water you really need. So stop eating, drink water. We have one to help you with your mood, so it enhances your mood. and it just keeps you calm, because I know sometimes when I'm sitting in front of the computer, you're working on stuff and you get anxious and you might read something that really stresses you out. Well, this helps to keep you calm. And then my favorite, the antioxidant one, which helps to stop the inflammation. And because I find if I sit at the computer too long, or doing things like this too long, your immune system can also drop.
Mhm.
And this one, the antioxidants in it, helps to keep your immune system good, stops you, because I find I get sneezes or allergies and things, and I take that to help that. But most of all, being a suffering with fibromyalgia for over 40 years, oh my goodness, the inflammation that causes, which causes the pain and all that sort of stuff. Well, this was my savior. It was the one that got me realizing I could reverse that, because it helps to reduce the inflammation. So that's why I love my 5 little friends. Now, I do add other stuff, but you can add these to water and they taste good. You can mix and match.
You have 5 little friends. I have one big friend. If I don't have at least 2 scoops a day of this, I'm just off. I'm
Well, see,
just,
there you go. I add my 5 to them, to that, your one as well.
yep. That's like that. Well, with that one product, because that was the first thing I was introduced to, I lost 85 pounds and got out of a wheelchair. So, it's near and dear to my heart.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Which is why the inflammation one is dear to my heart, because I hadn't come across your one at that point. But when I added it together, my life absolutely changed. And I can find I can actually work better and more cognitive, especially when I'm in front of a computer.
Mhm. Absolutely. Which brings us to tip number 2.
Yes.
Start your day with a high protein breakfast to fuel your energy throughout the morning. Now, I know that some of us are on intermittent fasting journeys. And so, you know, that's not a hard and fast rule exactly what time you start, but to to really focus on getting healthy proteins. That's the way I interpret that
Yes.
particular tip, is the
Yeah.
importance of healthy protein
And
for,
we have some great shakes for that. Some
oh,
great protein shakes for that. I haven't got one sitting right here, but we have a few of those too. That we,
you're right.
great way,
And let's
great
see,
way to start your day with the protein shake.
yeah, 20 grams or 24 grams of protein, some of them uh, uh, in different flavors, so you don't get bored, but I
Mm.
never get bored. I mean, if okay, I used to be a not chocolate lover. I didn't hate chocolate. It was okay, but you couldn't call me a chocolate lover. But when it came to our shakes, I love the chocolate. Now, I'm a vanilla girl,
Mm.
and I love our vanilla, especially the vegan plant-based vanilla shake.
Yeah.
That thing is delicious. But I our shakes converted me into a chocolate lover. And I totally did not expect that. So
All right. Well, but the what I find interesting with our shakes that I've come across, whether it's the chocolate one or the vanilla ones, I can add my 5 little friends to them.
mhm,
I add your little friend to them at times too. And particularly the vanilla one, it can mix up the flavors. And we got a
yep.
really awesome super greens that I add to the chocolate one, and it gives it a real minty. Yeah, you know those
I
mint
love them in the
biscuits.
super. You know,
Oh,
when I had
gives it a
COVID,
beautiful mint chocolate taste, and I
yeah,
love.
when I had COVID, um, it was the strangest thing, losing my sense of smell. Now, my
Mm,
mother had multiple sclerosis, and so she had lost her sense of smell for like, I don't know, 10 years before she passed, maybe longer. And I couldn't really empathize with her. I sympathize with her, but I really couldn't imagine life without being able to smell.
yeah.
Well, COVID gave me the number one firsthand experience with that. And the first thing that I could smell when I got over it was the super green, the peppermint in the greens drink. I was like, wait a minute. I get because I have oils. I was trying to smell the oils. I was trying to smell this and that. It was so strange, but it really made me think about my mother and going all those years without. I mean, I felt like I couldn't even cook because I couldn't smell the food. But
And you couldn't smell whether it was cooked or not. You just had to go inside.
but anyway, the peppermint. There aren't many greens shakes or smoothies or whatever they have, whatever you call them, greens powder mixes that I have found that smell as delicious with that peppermint as ours. But also the um the cherry and the chocolate. Well, we used to buy cherries dipped in chocolate, like when in
Yeah.
my childhood, that was a treat. So I was like, I'll bet they mixed together pretty well, and sure enough, they did. So you're right. I'm a total mixologist when it
Yeah,
comes
me
to
too. I love mixing things. And the more different things like this you can mix up yeah, if you have well, I don't feel like just plain chocolate today, so I'll stick in some super greens, that'll give that, or I'll stick in my Coreo, and that'll give it a berry taste. Chocolates
Mhm.
and berries, woohoo!
Yep.
Yes. Or the pineapple
So
one. There's good.
yes.
One's a
Oh,
pineapple flavor, one's a tropical fruit.
that was so unexpected to have a pineapple flavor. That was great.
Pineapple's
All right.
good for you, you know.
I know. Um, the enzymes.
Yeah.
So here's another one. And so one of the tips is bring a green smoothie for a quick nutrient-rich snack.
Well,
So
we jumped the gun with that, didn't we?
we got that. It's covered.
We got that covered with our super greens.
So let's talk about something outside of nutrition and hydration, which is physical activity,
Mm.
right? What can you do as a computer, focused desk worker or gamer for um, exercise? And so I used the word isometric earlier, but there are things that you can do to um, stretch your legs out, you know, watch your posture. That's a huge one, right?
Yes.
So now with me, um, I don't know, my eyes are just finicky. And so like sometimes I'll find myself like close to the screen, especially if someone else is showing something, and
Yeah.
then I'm up, let me so I get my posture together and get but one of the things that I haven't looked it up. No, that's not true. I've looked it up, but I haven't looked into it. So I
Yeah.
have articles, and I'm looking for some videos, but for chair yoga.
Oh, yeah. Have you been watching any of my Fun Fitness Friday ones? Every now and again, I do some chair exercises, and there are some great things you can do. of sitting in your chair
Yep.
that I do from time to time.
Yep. And the other
And it's
things
good
that,
to have a chair that's on wheels.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And also, eye strain, it can be a problem.
Mm.
And so every 20 minutes, looking away from the screen and looking into the distance and just focusing on something around, around you. So I like to keep flowers in the office, or fortunately I got a tree outside, and sometimes birds like will come and visit, stuff like that. But
I sit in front when I look up, I've got my big window
mhm,
behind my computer, and I look out and I
perfect.
sit there and watch the rosellas. We've got a lot of rosellas coming into the garden at the moment. This time of the year, the trees are just laden with them. I think that's an
Wonderful.
Australian bird, if you don't know what they are. The rainbow lorikeets, and and it's just because I live in the bush. I mean, I live out in a very small village, so I just look out and see nature, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah, awesome.
And
And
it's very relaxing.
that's a healthy thing to do, grounding, getting out in nature.
Mm.
So that's wonderful. Um, and besides looking off in the distance, I find personally that these ring lights, right? They're great for how you look on Zoom, but after a while, I do feel the strain from the ring light. So I either just turn off my camera, and give my eyes a rest
Yeah.
from the light, because it's, coming at you every which way. So even if I'm not looking right into the light, which you shouldn't do, um, but it's close enough to the camera that if I'm focusing on looking at the camera, then I can feel my capacity diminishes for how long I can sit without turning the light off, or, you know, closing my eyes and giving my retina a rest. So, and
Yes,
then the
because
last
I
tip,
mean, even the lights from the computer screen, whether it's a laptop, your phone, or a
absolutely,
desktop, is can be damaging to your eyes. So you need to give them a rest.
yeah, absolutely. Um, and I know I'm so glad that our phones, we can control the blue light, like, you know, we they have that technology in the phones, but even so, the phones are just too much. But it's our way of life now. So we have to be able to take rest and take breaks and take antioxidants, so that especially, yep,
One of my little friends is a good antioxidant.
yeah, especially things like astaxanthin, uh and the other xanthins. They're very potent for antioxidants, and so that really helps for eye health. And the last thing is breathing, right? You're sitting in the chair and you forget to breathe. So every hour, I tell people, every hour, like if you have to set an alarm, take 3 deep diaphragmatic breaths. And if you want to get fancy, then start counting, like box breathing, like 4
1,000,
counts,
2,000.
yeah, and then hold it, and then let out, and then hold it. I've got a video about breathing on my YouTube channel too. But yeah, those are four. That was more than four, but those are some great
Of your 20.
of the 20, yes, that I'm going to be putting in my blog. So
Yeah.
you for giving me a chance to share this, because like I said, it's very, very, very close to my heart today.
That's exactly right. And guys, it's just so important to look after your health and stuff when you're in front of a computer all the time, because Sitting is the new smoking. The things that that does to your body, and you're not just in front of the computer, you're sitting.
Yeah.
And that in itself is a health issue. So,
Absolutely.
but see, now, you know how you were talking about exercise and doing like chair yoga.
Mhm.
Well, breathing, sitting back in your chair, breathing is a good yoga exercise as well.
Absolutely. Oh, it's an intricate part of yoga.
Mm,
Yoga is not just how you move, what position, but
yeah.
it's your posture, your breathing, everything.
I mean, you don't even have to call it yoga, it's exercise. It's movement. You've got to keep your body moving. It needs that. And the and you're right with the breathing. We use such a little capacity of our lungs, and we're not using it all. We need, it's
Mhm.
like our brains. We only use a tenth of our brain. We're not using it all. But
Mhm.
we should be doing deep breathing 2 or 3 times a week. I actually have
Took,
found that I like to do it when I lay down to go to sleep, do a
mhm.
few deep breaths, and it helps me drift off easier. My
Yeah.
husband thinks I'm weird, but that's beside the point, because he thinks, "What's wrong?" He's saying to me, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" I go, "Yeah, I'm just doing some deep breathing." He still hasn't figured it out.
Well, I took singing lessons with a very, very beautiful opera singer. Opera was not my thing, but she had skills, and I remember the first lesson, and it was all about breathing. And she was like, "Come on, breathe into your back." I'm like, "Breathe into my back," and I mean, I know my lungs are back there, but you think of your lungs in the front, but they go front and back, and they go pretty far down, and so
Yeah,
learned
yeah.
how to get
Most professional singers know that you've got to, particularly if you want to, um, what's the word I'm looking for? Not escalate, but throw your voice. Like,
project,
yeah, that's the
project
word I'm looking for. You need to be singing from your gut. You're breathing from
diaphragmatic.
there, not singing through your nose, but actually singing from deep down and taking deep breaths from there, and you can hold the notes longer.
Yeah,
I do
support.
singing. I'm a bit of a singer.
Beautiful.
But anyway, well, Dr. Lisa, this has been a fun little chat with you today. And I look forward to catching all those other tips tonight. You're right. I can't remember how many we did, 3 or 4. Well, it was at least 4, maybe 5.
More than that, yeah, 5, 6, maybe, whatever. Because
All
they
fun ones.
overlap. They overlap, and we both have a more holistic view of the body and of health. So, some of them did go together, but
Yeah.
we we're
Well,
gonna give you a few more
that's
in our
right.
block.
Well, anything that Dr. Lisa and I share with you is on holistic health. There's no artificial drugs or supplements involved here. They're all natural, all straight as a die, the real deal, the best of the best. You're not going to find a better and safer supplement than anything that we recommend, and it won't be full of fillers either. So, because we're holistic health coaches as well.
Hashtag supplements that work.
That exactly, with a purpose, with a purpose. And they're married together. There's like, you can't just take vitamin C on its own. It's got to have the cofactors. If it doesn't have the cofactors with it, then you're wasting your time and your money. You want the cofactors, you want things to actually work, you need to get hold of either Dr. Lisa or myself, and we'll point you in that right direction and help you with your health, because that's what we're all about. Right, Dr. Lisa?
Absolutely.
All right. So we will call it quits there. And as I ask you all nicely here in Bronie's world, stay safe, stay informed, be empowered, but do not live in fear, my friends. And if you want to know more about the 20 tips that Dr. Lisa has for bettering your health while working at the computer, whether you're a gamer or it's your job, then make sure you go across to her blog or her YouTube channel of the same name. And then you too will be powerful, beautiful, brilliant, and most definitely very brave. And you'll find this on my YouTube channel, which is also my name. Just type in my name, Bronwyn Clinton. My picture's there, so you'll see you're on the right one. Because actually, there's two of us. All right, well, God bless you all. We'll catch you again tomorrow here in Bronie's world. Bye for now.